All right, in this lesson, what we're going to do is we are going to break down the Cee-lo Green song, Forget You, which is basically the C major scale. The entire song is taken directly from the C major scale. It's that simple. So there's a lot of great things you can do with a major scale. And this song took the world by storm, as most of you know, won multiple Grammys, I believe, and it comes directly from, just a matter of what you do with it. The C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Right? So really, okay? C, D, F, C. All right, and it's just notes to get to those notes. C, D, F, C. And it just repeats this pattern throughout the entirety of the song, except for the change that comes in the bridge. All right, and so, and even the notes that we're using to get to those main notes are coming from the C major scale. Now there's a couple passing tones, passing notes in the song, which are notes that are not in the particular key, but they're using them to jump to the notes in the particular key. All right, and so we'll talk about that as we get to it. So in the beginning of the song, they play that pattern, but more legato, they kind of let it ring, and then it goes to a staccato kind of funk feel with the same pattern. So in that beginning, see me driving around town, okay? And letting it hang. See me driving around, gonna love it now. Okay? I said I'm sorry. Now it gets funky. If I was richer, I still be right. It's the same pattern. So you got the G to the A to the C. Now to get to the D, same thing. G, A, D. These are right, all these notes are directly in the C major scale. Right? G, A, C, G, A, D. Right? Next pattern here, D, E, F. Okay? F, G, C. Now if we're to break these down into the numbers, right, there's 7 notes in the major scale. So if you look at these as numbers rather than their note names, all right, you begin with this G, A, D. Okay, G is the 5th of C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 5th note in the C major scale. All right, A is the 6th note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the C major scale is A. So you got the 5 to the 6 to the 1, C. Okay, again, 5 to the 6 to the 2, D. Because in the C major scale, the D is 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, C. Okay, boom, boom, tap, boom, boom, tap, boom, boom. Okay, so here you have the 2, D, to the 3rd, E, of C major, to the F, to the 4th. So you've got 2, 3, 4. Right out of the C major scale, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just using pieces, selecting pieces of the C major scale in little 3-note patterns. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that last one is the F to the G to the C. So it's the 4 to the 5 to the 1. Okay, so it's a 1, 4, 5 pattern blues thing. Sorry, there it is. Well, every blues. Okay, so you see how easy that is once you break it down. So you got da-da bump C, da-da D 2, da-da F 4, da-da back to the 1. So really you have a 1, 2, 4, 1 kind of pattern. And these other notes are just kind of helping you get to them. Ba-da-bum. They're really rhythmic. ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Now we could play all of that right out of this pattern here of the C major scale if we wanted to. All right, and then they just, like I said before, it's legato in the other parts of the song. So just let the notes ring. Okay, that's the whole tune. Millions and millions of dollars made off this tune. Now there's the bridge section where it is baby, 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 I want it, you hurt me so bad. Right? You're going to E here. To A. Those are just octaves and fifths. E. A. D. A little lick here to G. Right? Then back to E. So let's break that part down, okay? Because then there's another little part after that. So again, in the key of C, we got an E chord, which is the third of C. 1, 2, 3, E. So for the bridge, he goes to the third chord of the C major scale, E. Right? To A, which is the sixth of C. To D. To G. D is the second, G is the fifth. Okay, so we got a 3 pattern there. A 3, 6, 2, 5, 1. Classic pattern. Okay? But all the notes are in the C major scale. So here he goes. Baby, baby, baby. Just an E, then the fifth, the B, which is also in the C major scale, back to the octave of the E. A, same thing. So you got A, E, A. Never stepping outside. We haven't stepped outside the C major scale once. Okay? Then D. Now we have stepped outside of the C major scale right there. When going from the to the A to the D, he goes down, the bass player goes down from E, goes to E flat, then to the D. Now E flat is not in the key of C, but he's using that passing tone to kind of color or flavor the jump from the E, the third, to the D, the second. So instead of just going, he goes, now it goes by so quickly, you're not getting a chance to really hear that it's out of the key. If he stopped on it and did that, it would definitely become noticeable, dissonant in the song, but to the note that's, you know, relevant to the key sound. Okay, so it's the E, A, to the D. I'm just making those up, but you know, he does little licks in there, but they're all right out of the key of C. Goes to the G. Then he goes. We've got that octave pattern. All it is octaves. A, B, C, C sharp, D. So you're getting home to that D there. And that sets up for the lick, which we'll talk about in a second. Now again, there's a C sharp in there. Not in the key, but it's used for the same exact reason we just talked about when we were talking about the E flat. So A, octave, B, octave. Octave is just a higher note of the same note. So you got a low A, and a high A, a low B, and a high B. So those are octaves, okay? A, B, C, C sharp, D. All out of the key of C, except for the C sharp there, which is the passing tone. All right? Boom, back, boom, back, boom, back, boom, back, back. Leads us to the... Okay? So, that's the first part of that lick there. B, it's in the key of C, right? It's the seventh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. B, home to C. So, then to D. The second. Right? So again, we're going from the E to the F sharp. So E, now watch this. We have one note here again that's not in the key of C. E, F. Those are both in the key of C. But he lands on this F sharp here. That's not in the key of C. But the next chord that they're going to go to is G, which is the 5th in the key of C. So landing on this F sharp, which is a half step below G where they're going, creates that tension that wants to go directly home to G, right? So it kind of hangs on that F sharp for a second to create that anticipation of resolve to the G. Okay, so that's what happens there. So that's boom, bap, boom, boom. Then the last section of the song, which is this why, where Cee-lo is whining there, right? So he hangs on there. Then it's D, Y, F. Bass player's playing octaves there. I'm just kind of pinching them too. So here we go. D, the 2nd of C. F, the 4th of C. G, the 5th of C. Then there's another lick. Now, this is right out of the G chord. Right out of the G major scale. So he lands on that G. And that octave walk up to the D. So it's all coming out of the key of C. A huge hit tune coming out of the key of C. So go listen to the song and realize that from the C major scale, 7 notes, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. A song that made a guy very rich enough that he never has to work another day in his life if he didn't want to. Now, of course, you've got the rest of the instrumentation doing really cool things in the song. So these are the the ornamentations that you hang on the tree once you get the basis of the song down. So if you had an acoustic guitar and you played You See Me Blind, that's the framework of the song. See me blind. There it is. Mess that up there. But you see the point. If you had an acoustic guitar, somebody probably wrote the song in a very similar fashion on piano or guitar like that. And then the bass player came along and funked it up. Okay, these are the kind of things we're going to learn in this Music Makes Sense program. And I wanted to give you a little taste of that. It's $50. It's a 3-hour session, and we'll talk about how we can write songs like this and how we can have what it takes up here to be able to apply it here. All right? Now, of course, Cee-lo's singing that song over the top, the melody line, the vocal line, if you will, and we'll talk about how he's writing that. We'll break those kinds of things down and see how they fit in the key of C. And we'll find that when he's singing, those notes are directly from that C major scale as well, with a little ornamentation. All right, ornamentation, bending and vibrato and trills and all these kinds of things. We'll use guitar, we'll use bass as well. All right, so forgive my vocal demonstration. I can't sing that high as Cee-lo, and I wasn't really trying to demonstrate the vocals, but how, with a C major scale and 7 notes, you can write great music.